the side effects of the SSRI, to be precise. So the question is not seen here. So I suppose the question is the side effects of the SSRI. Is not it? You see. So I would like to say something. You see, all the SSRIs, side effects of all the SSRIs are not same. First of all, pharmacokinetics and dynamics of all the SSRIs are a bit different, mostly. Though they all of them are SSRI. Say for example, if you take the fluvoxamine, and it interacts with lots of other medications like some antiepileptic medications, some antifungal medications. But if we talk about the sertraline or escitalopram, these are a bit benign. They usually do not interact with other medications, and they are not significantly causes some metabolic syndromes like hyperlipidemia or hyperglycemia. But if I talk about the sertraline, then it causes weight gain. Apart from the weight gain, there are other side effects. If to be precise, if I need to talk about in relation to SSRI, all these SSRIs causes retarded ejaculation. So this is another dimension of the side effects of the SSRI. So people say that it's the sexual side effects of the SSRI, and sometimes we take the sexual side effect of the SSRI to be an advantage. So, for example, person with premature ejaculation, firstly we go for a SSRI. No, so the different molecules have different dynamics, different sorts of actions on various enzymes. How the drug does to the body or the body does to the drugs is a bit different. So it can be generalized, or the answer is not so simple to say about the side effects of the SSRI. Thank you very much.
Definitely, I mean, that is also one of the things like Dr. Hamid brought up is like the sexual dysfunction is a major problem with the SSRI. Many people do complain about that. We were having depression, the sexual function was down, and now you gave us a drug. It is also making it. I'm still having a problem with sexual dysfunction.
Yes,
so in that case, many times there are other drugs which you can switch to in place of SSRI.
Yes.
So that will help. And as I said, there are like equivalences. So when you are giving a particular SSRI and somebody reports of this and you want to change the drug, look at the equivalence and change the drug.
I would like to add one more point with sertraline is that sertraline is said to be the drug that is also claimed to be antiplatelet, and this is one of the most recommended drug for after cardiac procedure or the cardiac patients. And what is my personal opinion is that the possibilities of exaggerated actions of other anticoagulants, that those are given to a cardiac patient. So maybe it might be increasing the risk of bleeds. Most of those cases they come up with sudden intracerebral bleed or other organ bleed. So this is one of the points that I want to add here.
So Dr. you want to say something?
So your voice is certainly.
I'm done.
One of the safest antidepressants which I see my clinical practice. To be very honest. But the problem is we don't choose our patients properly. When we give antidepressants or antipsychotics, our selection of patients is the most important element. Because our selection depends on the side effect profile of the drug, and knowing the side effects of drugs is much more important. If you look at efficacy of antidepressants, textbooks tell that out of every 3 patients you throw any molecule, 2 will recover. That's what statistics tell. But I tell you, if you use your brains properly, if you understand the side effect profile of the drug, you will get 80 to 90% response in your patient. So treatment resistance is sometimes caused by our own ignorance. So side effect profile is very, very important. And certainly in that sense, not like what Dr. Satyavrata told, nausea, vomiting, a little bit of retarded ejaculation. But if you look at the sexual side effect, it is little less. If you compare it to the paroxetine, if you compare it to fluoxetine, it is much better. If you look at the discontinuation syndrome, certainly if you take it off, it does not create as much issue as a fluoxetine might does. If you look at jitteriness, if you look at diaphoresis, if you look at that is also little less in sertraline. Certainly in old age, our major population is what? Is the old age. We think when a geriatric patient comes to us, will he be able to tolerate it? And I think certainly works very well. We see a lot of patients now who are on antihypertensives, who who have, like I discussed a case, patient had a stent. So for that, I think Sertraline is the best drug. You look at the SADAT study that actually recommended that Sertraline improves. It does not cause any adverse cardiac event. It actually improves the cardiac function.